prepping for VanCaf 2023, which is next week, and that is crazy. That is cuckoo bananas to me. So I am just like trying to set up my half of the table just so that I would know what to pack, because now they're charging for bags. So you don't get a free check bag anymore. It's gonna be a good old time trying to squish all this shit into one of these guys. I just want to address the elephant, or rather the pole in the room. Yes, this is a pole for dancing. Yes, it is in my kitchen. No, it was not my idea. Do I fry eggs while I dance on the pole? Yes, I do, because reasons. This is me preparing for VanCaf, and my first time internationally traveling since like 2019. I thought I'd bring you on this trip and show you what that's like. I've never been to Vancouver. I've never been to Canada in general. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys like how I prep and think about my table. And I don't do this every single time, but just like if I'm going to be sharing a table with somebody, or I'm in a new place, or I have new things that I want to add to my table, or new items that I want to show off, I tend to try and experiment with like how that would look. Also, I adjust it according to like the flow of people and like what they would see like from a distance versus like at my table. So yeah, I have a little bit more than I used to before. It's gonna be an interesting time traveling with everything and not having a car. Some of this I did think through, some of this I did not think through, but is like 80% of the latter. I guess we can learn together, and maybe you can learn something from my mistakes, hopefully. So I hope you enjoy the next few clips I'll be showing. So at the end of it. Where we are at right now. There's not a lot of space. It's been a while since I've had to confine my stuff to like 3 by 3 feet. So I'm just trying to figure out like what is too overwhelming. I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay, now this is the second look, the second option of how I would arrange things. I'm just gonna put the stickers down here. I wanted to try a more like self-serve type of area, so people could just like rifle through the thing and then like grab the thing that they want. And I don't know if I want to do that with the stickers just yet. And then for the prints, I think I'll just stick with this dish rack thing, because if I try to bring boxes, then I had to bring the boxes according to like the size of the print. So these are all different sizes, so I don't have enough space to put like 2 different boxes on this table. That is potentially my table for VanCaf. Like, look at things far away, see if there's like something eye-catching. I can really see that jealousy zine over there, and then the big like risograph print that I have. Something that's like directly recognizable from far away, that wouldn't want to make people like come closer and be like, oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, so that is my plan. Now that I have the ideal stand in mind, I'm gonna take a post-it note and then write down like where I need to put the signs. So yeah, I'm just gonna run through and then also like update some of this like pricing on here as well. Here, do something like that. I just try to think about like how people read, and so that would be the first thing that they see in this grid of things. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing that. So another thing that I like to do is to try and set up the back area. I think I might start putting like little cubby holes here to kind of maximize the space that I have, because like this is, I just get this table space, whatever's in here, and then these cubby spaces. So if you can't make your space exist horizontally, you might want to build like laterally, or you know, build it vertically, because I need a place to like fold the bags and like put my stickers and all my excess stock stuff. So yeah, it's good to figure that out before you get to the place, just so that when you put everything away, that you've packed everything, every single thing that is supposed to go into your display setup, and that you don't leave anything out. So I made it to Vancouver. I am here now in this little tiny room. I mean, this is what I wanted, because like being in a gigantic room by myself, I think kind of scares me, because I feel like a little bit more secure, and I don't really need anything with all the bells and whistles, because like I'm just gonna lay my head down. People that are grieving kind of exist on like a different plane of reality than everybody else. I feel so detached from everything, and it feels so lost. The world just feels so cold without my mom. I did something really dumb and just like called my mom from the airport. I tried to think about like what we would be doing if it was both of us here instead of just me. I know my mom would have wanted me to be here. I know that she's proud of me. Hello, it is I. So I set up yesterday. It was a very long day yesterday. Then I walked around for a little bit, and then I rested. Then I went to go set up last night. I'm a little concerned because it was quite stuffy and it was already the evening. I really hope it's not gonna be like a crazy hot time. And then I might bring a pair of shorts with me just in case. Maybe I can change into that if it ends up being like way hotter than I thought. But yeah, it is the morning of the VanCaf festival. I'm a little nervous about counting the money, because I'm like, I don't know anything about Canadian cash. Hehe. I'm gonna go get breakfast and some coffee, and walk over to the Roundhouse Meals in a bit. So I will see you there.
I'm going to be wandering around the gym so everybody gets a chance to hear. Just really wanted to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to everybody who made it here. Really important, because this is how
Hello. So I didn't film anything while I was there because there was a lot of people And also, I was a sweaty mess, okay? It was really hot in that gym. So I wore too many clothes and I didn't pack anything with short sleeves. Or sorry, no sleeves, sleeveless. This is the only short sleeveless action that I've got going on. Vancouver is beautiful. It's kind of like North American version of Japan or something. Like, this is what it would be. And I got a whole list of amazing recommendations from my table buddy's partner. They really knew what was up in Vancouver, so you gotta ask the locals. Ask the locals every single question you can, and they will be happy to recommend you some nice place. Yeah, Yaletown is really cool. Like, the nightlife was so cute. So yeah, I just took a quick break and took a shower, and I'm gonna go walk around Vancouver and maybe get some pho, and we shall meet again later. Hello, it is day 2 of VanCaf, and I'm just about to go walk over. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and grab some coffee that's closer to there. It's about like 8 a.m. now. It was like a hard waking up period today. I just felt like more tired than usual, but maybe it's because I sweat at least like 2 gallons of water yesterday. And then I also went walking for a very long time, so I think my body is just like, oh, I'm not used to this much physical activity. So yeah, and here's my makeup in case anybody cared. So I will be on my way now. One of the things that I saw on my walk this morning was this cool mural that says we're here. Here's a little alleyway I walk past, and then here's the side that has the artist's handle. Their handle actually changed to Livia Knight, so just make sure you type that in if you're curious about it. Here's the cafe that I went to, and when you walk into this cafe and you look left, you see this beautiful wall just full of Polaroids of dogs. Apparently they held a Halloween costume contest, and the reigning champ is Bella with her sailor costume. So congratulations, Bella. Round of applause for the best dressed sailor dog, Halloween 2022. I also realized I never took any video or photo of the Roundhouse Muse, so here is what it looks like in Google Maps. So round of applause for the person that drove the Google Maps car and took these photos, because otherwise, like, I would have nothing to show you here. So here are the 2 photos that I took. They were these really cute signs that they made for the Wondrous Abyss, and I just really love this little orange and yellow cloud with the raindrops dripping down. So near the last hour of the festival, I ran around VanCaf just like trying to buy from every person that either came by my table or I went past their art and I really liked it. So I just want to share some of the things that I bought. And here's a photo of all of the things that I got. So starting off, I got this risograph print from Dawn, and I absolutely love the combination of this like goldish green and this neon like peach red orangey color. I just love seeing the combo of these two together. Next, I got this cute little bean dish. I think it's a bean dish by a creator named Crispy. And it's got these 2 cute little frogs just sharing some jam and eating some bread. I also got this adorable pin by Tuna Snaps, who's also another creator on like YouTube and Instagram. I saw this on their channel and I was like, oh, I just want one of those. They're all so cute. I was also able to snag this pin from another creator I follow named Casey Golden, who is a fellow creative here on YouTube. I just love the isometric feel of this and the dog, and like the amount of detail in this tiny little pin is so cool. I'm really happy with this purchase. Next up is a risograph print by a company called Zine Hug, and they're actually based in the States. And what they did was they animated this little sorceress scene, and then they converted it into risograph, printed it out, and then took all the individual frames, put the animation all together. Risograph has a very grainy quality that you just can't reproduce digitally. So it's just so cool to be able to have like a sheet from a section of that animation. Then I also picked up this little zine by a creator named Birdwitch Tattoo, who I believe is also a tattoo artist. I just love the quality of the zine because of the limited color palette and like the simplicity of the line work. I tend to overthink my zines a lot, so I love looking at things like this. I don't need to overcomplicate something to come up with something beautiful. I also went and got two little washi tapes from the same creator. I just love anything with bats and mushrooms in it and houses. Also, I'm just realizing how cute the little candle on the black one is. And I'm just a sucker for anything washi tape, so I could not turn my back on it. Then I have this book called Palomino by an artist named Alex. I will put their handle. This book is so beautiful. I wish I could share how the cover feels with you because it's got this like rough but like satiny texture. But also, all of the paintings inside are so beautiful. They really know how to set up a mood and compose a picture, and this video is just not showing you the colors that are actually there because it was just so beautifully printed. Lastly, I have this zine by a creator named Anita Artlet. I thought the idea of the zine was so cool because they took a bunch of candies and made little monsters out of them. I just love the idea of like taking the Skittles packaging and making wings out of it. It's so good. And I also love this little Tootsie Roll dog and the gushers on the next page. Ugh. And I love that in the back they put the prompt that they followed and all of the candies that they used to create it with. And that's just another really great idea to have for when I'm stuck. So just a great source of inspiration. That concludes my collection of things that I got. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get back to the video. So I just finished at VanCaf just a few hours ago. In terms of like how it went financially, almost broke even, like given a couple $100, like hundreds difference. But hey, this is a learning experience. I don't actually know what I'm doing. You know, you live and you learn. If I decide to do VanCaf again, or, you know, do this with somebody to come and help me, I think that would help a lot because it's really hard to manage my table by myself. But I still had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate everybody that came by. It's really cool to see how passionate and alive the comic community is in Vancouver. I was just discussing this with another zinester from the States, and they were saying, you know, the culture for zines and comics, there were so many people here, like more than any zine fest I've attended. Granted, the zine fests are really small, but like this was kind of like an in-between comic convention and then like a zine fest. There's really a huge like variety of people. I felt weird to video anything at the festival just because like I didn't want to be in anyone's face or whatever. So yeah, I can see why people just completely skip the convention videoing part of every video. Like, to be honest, I think I would wait it out before I do it again just because like maybe I need to figure out a better way to like market my zines. Most people were really interested in the kitty and puppy passport, and that's great and all, but like I think I do want to like push my other zines forward. So sometimes, even if this is like a comic arts festival, sometimes people don't really want to like crack it open and read it. But yeah, I was sat next to Sierra and her partner, and they were so extremely kind and really made like the lulls really nice to just like sit and like either sit in silence and just be quiet because it was mad hot yesterday. Like I'm pretty sure my eyeliner went from here to here, and I definitely was so glad that I didn't wear foundation. So that's just another pro tip, I guess. If you're gonna do anything inside of a gym, just know it's gonna be hot. It would be lovely to travel and to do Zine Fest, but like, yeah, the money does rack up, and also you have to consider like the conversion rate as well. I mean, there's a lot of things that I didn't know going into this, but I'm just gonna count this as like trying to extend my reach. I had some really, really wonderful interactions with people, and like I have to keep thinking about those. Meeting someone that's gone through a similar situation as me, and like people that bother to pick up something just on an off chance, because like I didn't put any like little sentences about what the zine was like. And I think that's another thing to note, like if you're selling your zine at some other place, to put like a little synopsis of what it is, because otherwise I have to go through almost a sales pitch of like, hey, this thing unfolds into this, and you get this and that and the other thing. And I did try selling my stuff when I was younger, and I completely flopped, and like selling at Anime Expo forever scarred me because like I didn't even make back my table. But I just have to remember that she would be freaking shocked that I could do any of this. Now granted, I almost made back the whole trip, almost. But that's okay, because we're learning, we're growing. Because I was coming here feeling really low, and things started to pick up like at the end of yesterday night. I feel like this was maybe not a successful trip financially. It's successful and like I can charge a new experience to life. And thank you for listening, but I am gonna go get some cocktails and some Japanese food from an izakaya called Coming Soon Pizza that I have been recommended by 2 people now. So I think that's a sign that I need to go. So I guess I can take you with me if you want to come with me. It's gonna be like table for one. I was having a really good time at Pizza Coming Soon, and I was just so jazzed about the place and even the menus. Like, I love these menus. They're so cute. The combination of the very bold graphics combined with these cute little cartoons. Like, look at this cat and this dog getting along together, and look at these little gnomes and bears dancing together. It was supposed to be a pizza shop, but it just changed into an izakaya, and I just think that is just so unique. I really love this little graphic of the guy just stuffing his face with food, because that was basically me that night. I started off with tsukemono, which is house-made pickles, and then I also had a shiso mule because I do be fancy. And for the main, I think I got just cauliflower wings topped with garlic teriyaki because the server recommended that. And then I finished with a dessert, which is matcha panna cotta with strawberries. And I snapped this photo in the bathroom. I love how they just made a whole sign just specifically for that hand dryer. On my way back, I passed by a lot of these really cool signs that were all neon signs in Chinatown. They had these really cool lantern lights that glowed this neon pink color. And then I also walked past this giant abacus, which I think might be an art installation. Well, as far as impression goes for this trip, I think I had a really great time. And I think this is exactly what I needed because it was far away enough from home, but not like so unfamiliar that I would get stressed, like just trying to adjust. I didn't come to Vancouver feeling the best, but leaving, I felt very light, very inspired, and very excited for life again. I think it was really nice to have new experiences because it made me feel like a normal person for the first time in a long time. It made me feel like there was hope to find happiness again. This was exactly what I needed, and none of this would be possible with the dedication of Jarrett and the VanCaf team and volunteers that helped facilitate this whole event, and I'm just really glad that I decided to do this for myself. Thank you again for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me and learned a little bit something here and there. And sorry to spring all the sad moments onto you, but like I'm making this video for me just as much as I am just like putting it out into the world. But thanks for sticking around if you've come this far. So anyway, I'm gonna go eat and then go back to America.